促进的介绍哦，那就是最后压轴就是我现在介绍今天的压轴的最后的一个讲师哈，那 Dr. Wu 哈，那 Dr. Low 对不起，那罗兽医师哦，那他的那个学历的话，他是1994年在美国伊利诺大学哦拿到他的兽医师的那个学位哦 ，He got the DVM in University of Illinois in 1994， 然后在2004年的时候，他在伊利诺大学哦也是病理学的一个硕士哦，就是在那个拿到硕士，他主修的是流行病学。哦，那他的经历里面跟各位介绍一下哦，他第一个是在卡内基迦太基Carthage Vet Company。哦，那这个他们都是一种大型的一个兽医的一个公司哦，在美国，比如说 Swine Vet Center 或者是这些 Pipestone 都是相同的。哦，那之后他也在伊利诺大学担任所谓临床的一个讲师。哦，那我刚才有请问他哦，因为在台湾这个根本不可能哦，因为你在学校当讲师，又在自己又开所谓的顾问公司哦，那现在有一个罗顾问公司哦的一个情况。哦，那今天我们也很高兴，就是在整个蓝耳病的部分有从理论上，然后从研究的一个基础研究部分到现场的一个控制哦。那刚才在 Mike 在第一堂的时候，他也提到有很多的蓝耳病的一个控制方法跟工具。好，那在这边我再跟各位 review 一下，所谓的就是引入所谓的阴性猪哦。那这个好像在台湾是比较不可行哦，虽然你把所有猪把它清掉，你可能没有办法去找到所谓阴性 PRRS 的猪来做取代啊。另外一个就是净利的部分哦，那我相信现在很多的种猪场它都可以提供这种没有 PRRS 的这个净利哦。那 biosecurity， 那在台湾的过去几年的话，在生物安全的部分也越来越强调哈。那另外一个就是运输的部分哦，那这个也是在局里面也是在强调。那另外就是在 herd closure， 就是它的封场的一个方式。哦，其实我今天又学到一个很好的一个经验。以前我在2年前请这些国外专家来的时候，他封场只要7个月哦，那现在又跳到250天到260天哦，接近8、9个月哦，所以还是一样，就是要运用这些研究的一个成果。哦，那另外一个就是 air filter 哦，那这个在台湾我相信只有在我们院里面有，我们的初代猪就是空气过滤的哦，这成本非常高。那另外一个就是其实台湾可以用的，就是刚才各位讲师有提到了，就是这个疫苗的一个施打哦。那我们现在就欢迎热烈的掌声来欢迎Dr. Wu 来就是给我们最后一堂的一个就是美国蓝耳病的一个控制哦。Let's welcome Dr. Wu。给他我。
Thank you. I'm honored to be here today. I will confess, I'm from the U.S. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning at home right now, so I'm a little off on time. So if I fall asleep, somebody wake me up.
第一个先感谢在场来宾哦，然后他是要先自白，就是说因为在美国的时间现在是晚上的2点，所以他觉得蛮疲惫的哦，所以可能在表现上有一点点，如果没那么好，请大家见谅。
So as you heard, I am a veterinarian by training, but I'm a pig farmer by habit. So I'm involved in pig farming pretty extensively in the States, and so what you're going to hear today is a very practical view of how we think about managing PRRS from the farming point of view more than maybe the veterinary point of view.
我的背景是兽医哦，但是我的兴趣哦是猪只的生产，所以他今天希望用的角度不是兽医的角度，是希望用猪只生产农民的角度去看蓝耳病的管理跟控制。
So 1994 was a really big year. I graduated from veterinary school, and they introduced the PRRS vaccine about 1 month later. And really a long, crazy roller coaster has ensued since then about how we think about managing PRRS, how we think about managing pig farms. And I will tell you, over the last 3 years in the United States, we've made huge changes in how we think about and how we manage PRRS to where we were at even 4 or 5 years ago.
他在1994年哦，他说这是个很重要的一年哦，因为他从大学毕业哦。那他说他从大学毕业之后的1个月，百灵家的这一个活毒疫苗在美国就正式上市。他说上市之后就很像坐云霄飞车一样，有一段很惊奇的一个冒险哦。然后所以在这整个过程里面，他们在蓝耳病的控制上也经过了很多反反复复的一些经验跟失败。那他要告诉大家就是说，在过去3年，他们在这个控制上面的做的改变。跟过去的5年、10年比起来，其实是更多的，表示这个疾病的研究一直在更新当中。
So we've talked about this a little bit today, but I want to really simplify PRRS for you. And we think about PRRS, it has different clinical signs depending upon when the animal is infected.
讲到蓝耳病，它其实并没有非常典型的这个临床症状哦，是完全是看感染动物的情况而言。
Early in pregnancy, it makes the sows sick. That's all that happens early in pregnancy.
在怀孕的早期，如果母猪感染蓝耳病的话，基本上只是让母猪觉得不舒服，让母猪生病而已。
Where we're more concerned is late in pregnancy, because now not only does the sow get sick, but the virus will cross from the sow into the placenta and into the piglet. So I can get fetal infection in late pregnancy. So late pregnancy is a really risky time period.
那如果在怀孕的中后期才感染蓝耳病的话，除了母猪生病以外，那个病毒会经过胎盘进入到怀孕的仔猪的体内，所以就会造成更大的问题，尤其是在怀孕的后期会造成这个所谓流产的这个问题。
And then after birth, we worry about pneumonia.
那如果在出生之后的小猪感染的话，就是我们的concern，我们的关切的点就是在呼吸道的问题、肺炎的问题。
So as we think about trying to control the disease, we're really thinking about how do we handle sows in late pregnancy, and how do we stop fetal infection, and then how do we control post-weaning or post-birth infection to control the pneumonia.
所以我们在蓝耳病的控制上，所有思考的重点都会在于母猪，还有在小猪的部分，共同的来做一些规划。
So you've seen a lot of slides today about how PRRS causes disease, and we've talked about the different timing of when that disease occurs.
今天在之前的所有主题里面讲到了很多蓝耳病感染的一些前后的情况，还有一些免疫系统的一个变化。
But I want you to remember 2 things about this. One, we have the virus, and the virus prefers to infect one particular cell, the macrophage.
那我在这里要强调2个重点啊，第一个就是说蓝耳病的病毒感染了这个所谓的一个巨噬细胞，这个大家要注意。
The macrophage is really important because it controls all the other immune functions in the pig. It's kind of the on-off switch for the immune system.
巨噬细胞的角色非常的重要，因为它控制了几乎所有的免疫机制的这个源头哦，所以是一个非常重要的一个细胞。
The PRRS virus makes the macrophage not function normally, and therefore the pig tends to get a lot of other infections secondary to the PRRS virus.
简单来讲，就是蓝耳病病毒感染了巨噬细胞之后，会让巨噬细胞这一个所有免疫系统的源头没有办法发挥正常的功能，所以这个猪的免疫系统会受到很大的危害，会容易感染很多其他的疾病。
So as we think about controlling infection within the herd, right? We think about transmission of the virus and getting pigs infected in 2 ways. How does the virus spread within the herd, and how does the virus spread between herds?
所以我们要考虑到蓝耳病病毒是怎么样进入猪场，然后蓝耳病病毒进入猪场之后，在猪场内是怎么去传播。
Within the herd, we worry about fomites or things that can move the virus that are contaminated with blood. So blood is really important. We worry about other pigs shedding on each other. We worry about needles. We worry about boots and hands.
那基本上只要这一些经过血液或是经过口鼻的接触的东西，都有可能会媒介蓝耳病病毒。所以包括这一些 赌场里面常用的器械，还有这一些所谓的猪跟猪的接触，然后还有针筒，然后还有这一些雨鞋这一些东西，还有经过人的传播，都有可能会散布蓝耳病病毒。
What we've learned after a lot of research is that controlling intra-herd or within the herd transmission is really, really important. And if we don't get that under control, it's very hard to have good PRRS control.
也有越来越多的研究证明，控制蓝耳病在场内的传播，而不是场外传播进来。控制蓝耳病场内的传播是非常非常的重要哦。
So how do we think about how does the virus move between herds? Every way that you can think of.
然后另外一个就是要考虑到蓝耳病在场跟场中间的传播，所以所有的可能性我们都要考虑到。
So when we talk about biosecurity, we're not just talking about, oh, do I need to shower in or do I need to change clothes? I need to understand how do my trucks work? What are people coming in with shoes? Does the repairman come between farms? What other pigs are being introduced? What about semen or boars?
所以要考虑到场跟场中间蓝耳病的传播要去阻断的话，要考虑到并不是只有在进的猪场需要更换衣服、需要洗澡，这个上面所有的这些东西，包括车辆啦、雨鞋啦，还有精液啦等种种都需要去考虑。
As Dr. Murtaugh said earlier today, semen and replacement gilts are the biggest risks for PRRS on your farm.
就像今天早上莫特普博士跟大家报告的一样啊，就是说精液还有更新的母猪是最可能媒介蓝耳病病毒的两个最主要的因素。
We didn't make progress in the U.S. at controlling PRRS virus until we got our boar studs free of PRRS and we controlled our gilt sources.
在美国，他们在那边的控制上是直到他们可以在这个所谓的公斤站，还有在更新母猪的部分的蓝耳病控制做得非常好之后，他们在美国的蓝耳病控制才得到非常大的进展。
As an industry, it's the most important thing you can do to clean up the source of semen into the farms and where the replacement gilts come from.
所以以一个产业而言呢，去控制这个所谓的公斤站或是这个更新母猪来源的这个蓝耳病是非常非常的重要。
So, do we have bad PRRS? I'm going to go fairly quickly now. You've seen slides like this, but this is number of pigs weaned per week out of a 3,600 sow farm.
这是在3600头的母猪猪场的一个每个礼拜离乳的宰猪头数的一个表。
This is the week of the year.
这个是一年里面的每一周哈。
So you can see this farm continue to farrow about 2,400 pigs per week, but for a 7-week period did not wean any pigs.
所以我们可以看到一开始它每一周大概都可以离乳2400头小猪但是经过了7-8个礼拜之后，它的这个生产值一整个就掉下来了。
And when those pigs were mixed with other negative pigs, about 12% of all the pigs died, and they actually started dying between 5 and 6 weeks post-weaning.
当刚刚那一个母猪场的这个所谓的阳性不稳定的母猪场的离乳小猪离乳之后，跟其他来自于蓝耳病阴性场的小猪混养之后，我们就可以看到这个死亡率在这个所谓的离乳后5到6周的死亡率就可以明显的提高。那它整个混养里面只有12%的小猪是来自于蓝耳病的不稳定场。其他88%是来自于稳定场的母猪，的小猪，离乳小猪。
We'll talk about this more later, but controlling infection in the pig and how we do that is the most economically important thing you can do on the farm.
我们晚一点稍微会再多讲一些相关于在宰猪控制的部分，但是他要提出的一个强调一点就是说，在宰猪控制蓝耳病，在经济效益上是有最大的经济效益可以产生。
This is a farm, and so this is by month. This is multiple groups per month. And so before PRRS, we had 91% of the pigs sold to market. During a mild PRRS outbreak, we had 85%, so we lost 6% of the pigs. And then once we stabilized PRRS in the breeding herd, we went back to the baseline before. So without careful measurement of what's going on in the grow finish population, we never would have detected the economic cost of the disease.
OK， 这个是说，在一个厂里面，它在蓝耳病发病前，它大概有91% 的这一个小猪可以销售到市场上，但是蓝耳病发生的时候，这个百分比就降到剩85%。那经过这一个疾病的恢复期，它又上来了。那所以他要讲的就是说，这个整个我们要把它考虑到所谓的经济效益相关的考量上面去。
So I want to talk a little bit about what farms look like in the United States. This is a very typical U.S. farm. It's a farm I own. This is 3,600 sows.
这个是很典型的美国的一个猪场的一个我们讲一个空照图哦。那这个规模大概是3600头母猪的这一个场。
Gestation barn, farrowing.
所以有2个的这个所谓的待产舍，然后有一个是分娩舍。
But what you'll notice, which is our biggest advantage, these are all crop fields that produce the corn that feeds this facility and many others.
大家可以注意到猪场旁边都是这个所谓的玉米田哦。那这玉米田生产出来的玉米就可以拿来给这个猪当饲料的原料，甚至可以再卖到其他的猪场。
So most U.S. systems, to give you some idea of how they're structured, farms are dedicated to purpose. We use the term multi-site, but I want to explain what that means. So we would have a farm that makes genetic replacement animals. It would typically go to some kind of a grow-out building to grow, or a different site to grow the replacement gilts.
这是一个美国的一个传统的多地式饲养的一个系统的一个简图哦。那我们可以看到最上面那个是它的种猪场，然后种猪场繁殖出来的小猪的这一个猪只可以到这个所谓的商业用母猪的这个育成场。
And so gilts are moved from this facility into commercial breeding herds at between 30 and 100 kilos.
然后这一个商业用母猪场生产出来的这一个更新母猪再到这个所谓的商业的母猪场。
And then very commonly, these commercial breeding herds will put their pigs together into growing pig sites.
然后这一些商业用母猪场离乳出来的小猪，在混养在一起，直接就把它直接送到这个所谓的生长肥猪场去混养。
So that each site has about 1 week's worth of pigs.
One
week's worth of pigs.
OK， 所以他们大概就是会有一个1周的这一个期间，把这个小猪这样进到这个猪场。
This pod is typically between 25,000 and 50,000 sows.
这个整个规模大概就是在2500到25,000 to 50,000，到这个5000这个规模的猪场的这一个规模，5000头母猪的规模。
That allows us to have a nice size multiplier farm so that we can be very efficient in creating replacement gilts.
所以它在这种系统里面，他们就可以很有效率的去生产这些所需要的这一些更新母猪。
So our farms in the U.S. look just like farms around the rest of the world. We have stalled gestation with open slats.
所以美国的这个母猪场其实跟全世界所有的猪场都一样啊，就是大概是这个构造，有这个夹栏，然后有这一个设备。
In our finisher barns, pigs look like pigs.
那他们的这一个肉猪舍哦，他说猪就是猪哦，就是大概是这样子。
But sometimes we don't quite get it right, and we kind of forget that the pigs are with the cows.
但也不是美国所有的猪场都那么的有系统跟规模，他们也有看到这种情况的发生哦，就是猪跟牛混养在一起的情况。
So if they tell you everything's always right in America, they're wrong.
所以如果有人告诉你美国的一切都是好的，都是对的，都是正确的，他一定是错误的哦。这个讲法是错误的。
So I want to talk a little bit about how our industry is structured.
他会多谈一点他们这个整个猪只生产这个猪只的产业的一个结构。
So this is a map of the United States, and the yellow color represents where the pigs are at. So this is Chicago right here.
这个是美国的地图哦，然后黄色的部分就代表猪只的这个密度比较高的地方哦。那他刚刚指的那个点就是芝加哥。
So you'll notice this kind of horseshoe or U-shaped pattern where the pigs are at in the United States.
所以我们刚刚看到他指那个 U 型哦，就是在美国猪只饲养大概最密集的地方。
And this is where we grow grain.
这个是谷物的种植的一个分布。
So the orange is corn and the red is soya crop.
所以不同颜色哦，像这个橘色的是玉米，然后这个红色的是这个所谓的黄豆。
And you'll notice there's an identical color between where the grain is raised and where the pigs are.
哦，所以大家可以注意到它的分布基本上跟猪的分布是一致的。哦，当那边谷物生产多的地方，那边的猪的生产就是多。
It is a huge competitive advantage.
他说这是在美国的猪只生产上面一个非常大的一个竞争优势。
It's also a disadvantage.
但是也是一个不利的一个点哦。
So in this map, a blue dot, more blue dots mean more pig farms.
这个图里面的蓝点呢，每个蓝点代表这个猪场哦，所以蓝点越密集的地方，表示猪只生产越密集的地方。
You'll notice here, and this is where Dr. Murtaugh lives. This is where I live.
OK.
This is where the pigs live.
OK， 他说这个整节蓝色大块的那个圈圈是大概猪只最密集的地方，然后往北边一点就是我们的莫特普博士住的地方，然后南边一点这边就是那个我们的Dr. Low 啊罗武博士他住的地方。
This creates very high levels of contact between different pig owners. So although we have a huge country, we have very small regions with lots and lots and lots of pigs and lots and lots and lots of corn.
所以美国虽然的国土的领域很大，但是猪只的生产、谷物的生产都密集在一个很小的区域里面。所以他说有很多农场跟农场中间，包括农场主人跟农场中间的互动跟接触是非常的频繁。
So what does that mean? We tend to have very seasonal patterns of disease in the United States.
他现在讲的就是说，在美国他们这个疾病的发生，尤其是蓝耳病哦，也似乎有这个季节性的倾向，是非常的明显。
So I want to focus on the top panel.
所以我们先聚焦在上面这个图来看呢。
So along the bottom axis is month.
底下这个横轴代表是月份。
Since 2009.
所以从2009年开始。
And this is an index for an epidemic. So every time the blue line crosses the red line, we're having a PRRS epidemic in the United States.
然后这个虚线就表示这个所谓 PRRS 的发生的情况。那当虚线超越了红色的这条线之后，就表示那个地方或是整个产业有所谓的比较多的这个蓝耳病爆发的这个情况。
What you're noticing is in October of 2009, in October of 2010, in October of 2011, in October of 2012, October of 2013, we have a seasonal outbreak of PRRS.
所以在美国，在他们这个大规模的统计底下，他们的结论就是每一年的10月开始，就是这个所谓的蓝耳病爆发的这个高峰期。
That's only in breeding herds.
他现在谈的是只有在这个所谓的母猪场。
This chart at the bottom, the red bar, the red area is the number of farms that are actively shedding virus.
这个图我们看底下红色这个这个代表那个农场目前是很大量的在传播或者在排出这个蓝耳病病毒的这个情况底下。
What you'll notice is it takes about a year for the farms to quit shedding virus.
所以我们可以看到，当农场它基本上这一个病毒传播的 pattern 大概是以年为一个单位哦，一个周期。
So we have outbreaks in sow farms all winter and infected pigs all summer.
所以我们可以看到，当这个母猪场在冬天发病的时候，通常这个疾病就会在夏天发生在这所谓的这一个小猪跟肉猪场。
So although we think about PRRS being seasonal because of the sow farm outbreaks, in reality our management strategies have to work all year long.
所以我们就从这个观察里面就可以认知到，美国这一个蓝耳病的爆发是有季节性的倾向，所以会用这个季节性的倾向去做一些控制的策略。
So in this chart, this is PCR positive cases. This is the percent of cases that are PCR positive.
这个是做这个所谓的 PCR 检测，就是病毒的检测这个阳性率的一个分布表。
In pig growing pigs, so pigs from nursery through finishing.
这个是在4到30周就是这个保育猪跟这个生长肥育猪这个阶段做的这个检体。
So what you'll see is there's not much of a trend, and about half of our pigs that we send the diagnostic lab all year long are PRRS positive.
那这边看起来基本上它这个季节性的倾向就不是那么的明显哦。
This is where most of the money is lost in the United States on PRRS, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
他说这个是美国整个产业因为蓝耳病损失最大的阶段，就是在4到30周龄这一个时间点。
So the first step to controlling PRRS is to really control the breeding herd.
所以要控制蓝耳病，第一个动作最基本的开始就是要从这个繁殖的猪群、种猪群、母猪场开始做起。
We talked about how late gestation the virus can cross from the sow into the pig, and so the pig is born viremic.
所以我们刚刚有谈到嘛，在怀孕的末期、中末期感染蓝耳病病毒的话，母猪如果在这时候感染，会垂直感染给小猪，所以它离乳的小猪就是所谓的蓝耳病阳性的感染仔猪。
So we like to think about herds in 4 ways.
所以我们可以去把我们的场用这种方式去思考，把它归类成4种不同的情况。
Those herds which are on fire with a lot of virus.
如果我们的猪场里面蓝耳病的病毒的量很高，我们就认为我们的猪场就像这个着火的建筑物一样，它已经着火了。
These are easy to see because they have abortions and poor quality pigs, much like the pictures we've been looking at.
那他说，通常这种情况底下，农民生产者都会非常紧张，就会想办法赶快来控制。所以他说，这个反而比较好处理。
We call these stage 1 herds. We call these stage 2 herds, and what happened is most of the wood is burned away, and so the abortions stop and the really bad pigs stop at birth. But when we get to stage 2 herds, just flip the chart here. When we get to stage 2 herds, these are the herds that are really economically devastating because the pigs are being weaned positive. The sows are not aborting, but the pigs are infected at birth, and therefore they shed virus throughout the entire production chain.
当一个农场在急性爆发，我们把它称为这个所谓的第一阶段的这个农场哦。那当这个流产停止之后，当临床上很明显的症状停止之后，它就会进入所谓的第2阶段。但是在经济上造成最大损失的是在第2阶段，为什么？因为小猪在出生的时候就被垂直感染了蓝耳病的病毒，那它在小猪的体内复制，然后再传播出去，会造成整个猪场里面蓝耳病病毒非常的不稳定的情况。
So the other kind of herds we think about are those herds that we call 2B, or they're positive and immune, but not shedding virus. So they're not likely to catch on fire. And stage naive herds are stage 3-4 herds that are completely free of the virus, but are like a giant pile of kindling, because if I throw a match in, they'll have a huge PRRS outbreak.
所以刚刚我们讲的这个第2型的猪场，它把它分类成2A 哦，就是说你还没有做处置哦，就是说你的那边爆发急性期进到慢性期。当你开始使用疫苗或使用一些管理的动作去做猪场的控制，那等整个蓝耳病是稳定的情况底下，要变成2B 的这种场。那2B 的这种场基本上它就是在一个相对的稳定的情况。那3跟4这个第3阶段跟第4阶段场基本上是不使用疫苗的稳定场。但是为什么他用这个所谓的干的这个木材来形容？因为不使用疫苗的稳定场，一旦有火种进来的时候，有一个火源进来的时候，它的燃烧会非常非常的快，因为它没有任何疫苗产生的保护效果的存在。
So we do not want herds up here, and we want herds down here. And we'll talk about how we decide where we're going, but we're really going to spend the rest of the time talking about how do we get herds out of this category, out of the on fire and smoldering, and down into the nice healthy forest category to make those herds be super productive.
所以在美国，他们基本上对蓝耳病的控制，基本上在急性期跟所谓的这一个急性期过了这个不稳定场，他们一定会做很多的动作去控制。那他们的目的就是希望让猪场可以成为2B 这一种场，就是使用疫苗的稳定场，或者成为所谓的，如果你的目标是要做蓝耳病的这个所谓的服役的场，那就成为这种不使用疫苗的稳定场。但是要做从上面往下走的话，基本上有很多细节，我们等一下会再跟大家说明。
So we're going to do that by doing 2 things that we have to do in balance. We have to minimize the load or minimize the amount of virus on the farm, and we have to maximize the immunity on the farm. We want to do those things in concert to really make the farm perform well.
所以基本上我们要做好蓝耳病的控制，大概就像这个一个天平的两端要注意到平衡哦。那2个平衡的2个重点在哪里？第一个就是猪只免疫力部分，我们要把它极大化。 然后在病毒的这个所谓的传播跟病毒量的这个感染量部分，我们尽量要让猪场里面这个东西降到最低，找到这个平衡点。
So how do we do that? And we think about this with a tool that Behringer developed, and this is widely adopted in the United States, but it's the 5-step process. So how do we identify what we want to get done? How do we set our goals? How do we figure out where we're at? And that's where we have to have diagnostics. And I'll echo Dr. Murtaugh's comments that it all starts with understanding where you are, what can and what can't we do on your farm, because not all farms are the same. What options do we got to fix it? And then let's get it done. Let's get it put in place.
所以在实务面来讲，百灵家公司在全球他提出了这个所谓的5阶段的染耳病控制的一个 program 一个计划哈。那这个在美国其实被运用的相当的广泛，然后有很多很好的成果。那它基本上是这样做：第一个，我们要对猪场染耳病控制先设定一个我们期望的目标；接下来我们要用很多诊断的一个方法去理解、去了解我们的猪场现在是什么情况。再来，我们就是要去知道厂里面什么东西可以做，什么东西不能做，所以我们理解到，可以做的东西在哪里，然后有什么限制我们没办法做，然后再来我们就去制定一个我们认为可行的一个控制方案，接下来就是去执行控制方案，并持续的做监测。
So, our goal is to produce pigs from breeding herds that are not infected at the time of weaning.For the most amount of time to create the most profit.
所以我们做染耳病控制的目的这个非常重要并不是要所谓的清除，是要在母猪群尽可能在最大部分的时间，不是完美但在最大部分的时间里面生产出没有垂直感染到染耳病病毒的仔猪。那在这个前提底下，我们就可以达到猪场的最大的获利。
So it's not about being perfect and never having PRRS, it's about having less PRRS.
所以我们要的并不是完美，并不是扑灭。我们要的是什么？是要让染耳病对我们的损失降到最低。
So again, how do we get here and not here? And we're going to spend a few seconds talking about that.
一样刚刚那个图我们如果从第1级或是2A 直接走到2B 或甚至3、4级
And we're going to talk about a strategy that we've published as part of the American Association of Swine Veterinarians.
这是在美国这个猪的兽医的这个协会发表的一个报告
And it's really about minimizing load. This strategy is about how do we minimize the load in the farm based upon where we're at here. So we're going to manage differently if the house is on fire than if we're down here.
所以它最主要的，刚刚讲的那个报告，它最主要的聚焦是在如何减少这个病毒的暴露量，减少病毒的感染量。所以就是说，如何从这个不稳定的场，回到这个稳定的场。
So, this is the house that's on fire phase 1. It's unstable. There's lots of virus, and the infection is typically recent. We've got what we would call positive stable. That means we don't have many abortions going on right now, but we may or may not have positive pigs. So this is no abortions, but has some positive pigs. This is no abortions and no positive pigs.
所以一样在这个第1集就是我们所谓的这个染耳病活药的这个场里面，基本上我们可以观察到，就是现场的病毒量非常的多，而且它新近有爆发感染的现象。那一旦我们把场做一些适当的这个管理跟控制的动作之后。它会回到这个所谓的第2级的场。那第2级有分2A 跟2B那2A 的话，就是基本上，它是相对来讲是稳定，但是还是可以侦测到病毒。那到2B 的话，基本上就是它是稳定，但是也侦测不到病毒，但是它是在使用疫苗的一个状况底下。
We're going to determine where they're at on this scale with good testing.
然后我们会决定我们要不要再继续往下走，然后我们要做的很多很正确的、足够的检测来决定我们下一步要怎么走。
Almost all the testing is done with bleeding pigs or PCR on serum of pigs at weaning.
那几乎所有的检测都做聚焦在这个离乳仔猪的 PCR 血清的 PCR 检测，就是要看有没有生产猪阴性的猪只，这个是检测最重要的一个目的。
So, to help understand we talk about what kinds of transmission are on the farm, and we worry about sow-to-sow transmission, right? If there's a lot of virus in the sows, we worry about sows transmitting. So we think about gilts, we think about needles, we think about doing feedback for things like PED, that more virus, these things can move virus between sows.
我们再回到所谓蓝耳病的在猪场内的传播途径哦。那第一个我们最要考虑的就是母猪跟母猪之间的传染。那基本上针头、新母猪还有一些反式的病材，然后饮水器，然后还有所谓的群饲哈，这个都有可能造成母猪跟母猪间的这个传播。
We think about how we move pigs around in farrowing, either by cross fostering at birth or nurse sows, because that can move virus between litters and can exacerbate the problem.
那我们如果考虑到母猪仔猪的部分，第一个我们就可能要考虑到所谓的这一个寄养的这一个母猪跟仔猪间的这一个传播。第二个就是说代养母猪也有可能把病毒直接传给它代养的小猪。
And we think about how we handle piglets. So what do we do when we're castrating? We make sure we use clean needles and clean blades. If we're going to use boxes to warm the pigs up at birth, are we going to make sure that those are clean?
那至于仔猪跟仔猪中间的这个传播，我们就要考虑到所谓的做这一个人工去世的时候，就是做那个阉割的时候的这一个器具啊，然后还有再就是说所有可能跟小猪接触的这一些设备，然后还有做所谓的这个保温箱里面的这一个病毒的传播。
So we translate that into a series of management practices, and those management practices reflect how we handle the sows, particularly in gestation, so we change needles, etc.
所以基于刚刚我们讲在猪场内，母猪对母猪，母猪对仔猪，然后仔猪跟仔猪中间这一些可能的传播途径，所以我们再把它归类成这一个表。
So you'll notice we're more restrictive in phase 1 than we are when the herd is naive. We do many fewer things on the farm, like we change needles between sows when we're active, and we do not when we're not active.
所以大家可以看到这个关于母猪群的管理哦，在你的猪场。在蓝耳病的这一个分类上面，属于不同的阶段的时候，你有不同的管理的细项动作要去做，所以是非常非常的科学跟非常非常的精细的一个管理的一个动作。
Higher rates of transmission, which are here, mean we have to block more potential routes, and our management has to reflect that.
那大原则就是说，在越不稳定的场，就是那个1分或2A 的中场，基本上你要做的这个管理的配套动作会越多。因为你的猪场情况是非常的不稳定，所以你传播的可能性很高。猪跟猪中间传播的可能性很高，所以你要做很多动作来阻断这些传播。
So that's how we control exposure, right? How do we reduce the load? But the other half is how do we build immunity?
所以在我们刚刚讲做好蓝耳病的控制最重要的2个点，减少病毒的暴露量，然后跟强化猪只的免疫力。我们刚刚讲都是在减少暴露量的部分，现在我们要谈的就是如何去强化猪只的针对蓝耳病的这个保护力跟免疫力。
So there are 2 paths to create immunity. One of those is using field virus, and the other is modified live vaccine.
那在美国常见的要强化这个猪只的免疫力大概有2个方式，在美国是比较常见。第一个就是做野外的病毒，就是野外病毒的一个暴露；第二个就是用所谓的减毒的活毒疫苗的这一个注射，这是美国最常见的2种方式。
Historically in the U.S., we would have used field virus exposure, but we've stopped that now because we figured out that we get much worse outcomes because it's not repeatable.
之前在美国做这个所谓的野外病毒暴露是算比较有这种做法，也算比较普遍但是他们基本上整个产业目前大概停止了这种做法。为什么？就是因为他们从临床上观察到了这一种野外病毒暴露的这一个出来的临床表现都是比较差的，因为它的重复性不是那么好。就是说你有时候会得到满意的结果，有时候得不到很满意的结果。
When we exposed gilts to field virus compared to vaccine, we got a 3 pig difference per gilt introduced. So for every gilt we put in the sow farm, she raised 3 fewer pigs over her lifetime when we use field virus than compared to when we use modified live vaccine.
所以在美国，他们经过了很多的猪场的试验之后，他们得到了结论这个就是数字大家可以注意一下，就是说 你做野外病毒暴露的农场，跟你做所谓的减毒疫苗注射的农场，平均下来，每一头新导入的女猪，在生产效益上会减少3头小猪。每一头女猪哦，每一头引进的新女猪会减少3头生产出来的小猪，所以它的效益上是比较差的。
So the other half of that is saying, how do we manage virus and why does immunity have value? And so if herds are likely to be exposed to PRRS, we like to have immunity in those herds.
所以我们要谈到就是说这个疫苗保护力基本上在临床上的价值在哪里？我们现在用这个这个投影片来说明。
And when we have an outbreak, we have to do something to stop virus shed.
当我们一旦有蓝耳病爆发的时候，我们一定要做某些的动作来停止这个病毒的传播。
So when we use modified live virus during an outbreak, we get 1.3 pigs more than when we use field virus to allow the virus at the time of the outbreak.
当农场有蓝耳病爆发的时候，如果我们使用的这个是减毒疫苗来做注射的话，基本上它比这个所谓的野外毒暴露在每一头母猪的生产效益上可以多出1.3头的离乳仔猪。
So the take home is that for every sow on the farm, if we use vaccine at the time of clinical signs versus using field virus, we make $22.5 more per sow, or about the value of a half a pig, using vaccine compared to using field virus.
所以如果说我们把它简化成经济效益的换算之后，我们可以理解到，就是说，当一个农场有蓝耳病的困扰的时候，如果我们使用所谓的减毒疫苗注射，比做所谓的野外病毒的暴露，它每一头母猪可以增加大概22.5美金的这个效益。所以你用1000头来换算，大概就是2万多块美金的一个效益。
This is out of Daniel Linares's PhD project, and the U.S. industry basically went from field virus to vaccine in sows in about a 12-month period based on this one study.
这个是一个林 Harris 他这一个博士他的博士的论文的内容，那基本上是在农场做了12个月的长期研究之后得出来这个结果，那证实了减毒疫苗的使用比野外毒的暴露可以带来更高的经济效益。
So how do we use vaccine? And we need to be very clear about this. One, when we have clinical signs, we mass vaccinate the herd. And that means every animal on the farm. We do that 2 times 30 days apart.
现在就要很务实来讲说，在现场遇到蓝耳病的困扰爆发的时候，该怎么样去做疫苗的注射，它整个免疫的流程哦。当一个农场有蓝耳病困扰的时候，基本上他们的建议就是说，一开始就是做全场的免疫。他说全场，他特别强调，所谓的全场是猪场里面的每一头猪都要打到，打2剂，间隔30天，这是第一个动作。猪场里面的每一头猪，不管公猪、种猪跟仔猪、肉猪，全部都一起打2剂，间隔30天。
Once we stabilize the herd, then we continue to vaccinate gilts 2 times prior to entry, and we mass vaccinate the sow farms 4 times per year.
当这个农场稳定下来之后，我们在种猪群的免疫计划就可以调整成，在新引进的母猪，在引进前一定要完成2剂的活毒疫苗的注射，在引进猪场前。那金产母猪就是每3个月做1次全场母猪的这个同时注射。
We do not vaccinate based on the production cycle, i.e., between farrowing and breeding. We used to do that. That was called the 660 program in the United States. I will put my hand over my heart and tell you that if you want to cost yourself a lot of money, keep doing that, because it makes the herds worse, not better.
他说，以前在美国，他们可能有一个实务，就是说，他们在这个所谓的怀孕呢超过60天的母猪，他们可能会在免疫上会有一些考量，会去有一些动作。但是说现在他们没有这样做，为什么？因为经过他们长期的研究跟经验的分析之后，在经济效益上这样做，基本上你会丧失更多的利润，会损失更多的这一个利润。
When you don't vaccinate the herd at the same time, you end up with some nice immune animals over here that are like these green trees, but there's plenty of dead logs laying around for the virus to move to.
他之所以强调全场同时免疫，或是整个母猪群同时免疫这个重要性，用这张图来说明。大家记不记得刚刚那个1、2、3、4分类那个表？我们希望农场从所谓的第1级跟2A 这个2个所谓的蓝耳病不稳定的场，回到用疫苗控制的稳定的这个绿色的森林的这个2B 的这个分类。但是如果你没有全场的猪只或全场的母猪同时做免疫的时候，你的猪群某一些基本上它是属于绿色的这一个部分，但是你会留下某些前面这一块很大块这个干燥的这个木材在猪场里面，这个就是以后火种进来的时候是一个点火的一个很好的一个助燃剂。
And eventually the forest catches on fire.
然后如果刚刚那个情形没有去改变它，依然做这个注射没有全同时做的时候，在免疫力不一致的情况底下，那个干柴遇到了火种，遇到野外毒的侵入，就会燃烧，就会变成这个森林大火的情况，会让你其他有免疫的猪只也会受到损失。
Even the green healthy trees burn, and you overwhelm the immunity you have in the herd.
即使是这个绿色的树就是有免疫的猪只，也有可能会因此而造成它的这个损失。这个是很重要的就是说同时免疫的重要性。
So, I want you to think about this both ways. It's not about being perfect, it's about being a little bit better. And that's the lesson we had to learn in the US. I don't have to be perfect, I just have to be a little bit better.
所以他还是要跟大家沟通一个很务实的观念，就是在猪只生产上面，我们看到效益，我们并不是要追求完美，我们只是要追求稍微好一点。所以在这个稍微好一点的情况底下，我们就会去考虑做这个蓝耳病的控制的一些比较积极的动作。
So I need to be able to do some things to help the load, i.e. try to improve internal biosecurity or other things, and I can use some vaccine, but I have to use them in concert with each other to get benefit, but I don't have to go to everything we ever talk about with biosecurity for vaccine to be successful.
一样，他还是要强调因为我们想要做稍微好一点，所以我们就要考虑在控制里面，还是这两个最主要的元素减少病毒的感染量，然后极大化猪只的免疫力。我说大概是后面我没有注意到，不好意思。
So let's talk about the pigs. And I know all of you have sows, or I presume most of you have sows in the room. But we have a phrase in the U.S. that sows are a necessary evil because we don't eat sows, we eat pigs, we sell pigs. And so really managing the pig population is where the money is at.
相信刚刚讲的都是着重在种猪群的管理那他现在就要问大家一个问题，就是说那这一些宰猪嘞，这些肉猪嘞，因为他们在美国，他们有一个大家一个习惯的讲法，就是说我们吃的是肉猪的肉，不是吃母猪的，我们卖的是肉猪来赚钱，所以基本上肉猪的部分是不能够去轻忽的。接下来就要针对肉猪的部分给我们一些建议。
So I want to talk a little. This was a large study we published at IPVS. It was 235 sites. They were monitored every 4 weeks. So these are 1 week's worth of pigs on a site, and then every 4 weeks following weaning, we got oral fluid samples from them, so we knew when they went positive. We knew which sites went positive and which sites didn't go positive.
所以他是这个是在那个 IPVS 就是世界猪兽医的年会里面发表了一个报告，他把它揭露出来。所以他是在一个生产系统里面有235个这个猪场，然后他每4个月针对猪场的这个离乳仔猪做一个简体的这个唾液的简体，就是我们讲的这一个 oral fluid 的这个唾液简体的采样，然后进行蓝耳病的病毒检测，后来得到了结果。
So what you see is that sites that became infected with PRRS had higher mortality. They had lower average daily gain. Most importantly, they had worse feed conversion. So they were about 4/10 or 4/100 higher. And they had more days on feed to achieve the same weight.
所以我们如果把这个检测结果分成它这个是所谓的阳性的，就是已经被垂直感染的这个猪群，跟这个阴性就是没有垂直感染蓝耳病这个猪群来看的话，它在生产效益上，不管是在死亡率、日增重、饲料换肉率，还有这个所谓的这个吃饲料的总天数，都有明显的比这个所谓的阴性猪只、阳性猪只都比阴性猪只的表现来得差。
So what did that mean for the economics? It meant that the mortality cost about $1. The increased grow time cost about a third of $1, but the extra feed we had to use to get those pigs to market cost $1.50. Of this, about $3 cost.
所以我们可以看到，我们如果把刚刚那一个所谓的生长效益上面的差异，把它换算成所谓的经济效益，就换算成现金啊，美金，基本上我们可以看到死亡率的差异大概是在这个0.94，大概1块钱美金左右。但因为采食天数的增加，这个影响的这个效益，经济效益大概是在0.33美金。然后饲料增加，就饲料换肉率不好，增加的饲料量造成的这个经济效益大概是在1.57美金，所以总损失在2.84。看到有55%的损失是来自于饲料效率变差，多吃了这么多的饲料。
55% of the cost of the PRRS was in the increased feed. And if you're not measuring this, you're really missing the biggest, over half of the cost of the disease.
所以他还是要强调，如果你在农场，在你的厂里面没有办法去评估你的所谓的饲料换肉率，那基本上你不会去发现到你有额外的损失，里面有55%是来自于饲料换肉率的这个变差，因为蓝耳病的阳性，蓝耳病的垂直感染，造成这些猪只的饲料换肉率变得比较差，造成你55%的经济损失。
So how do we control virus in the pigs? And it's the same discussion about minimizing load and maximizing immunity. To minimize load, we think a lot about batch production.
所以我们还是再回到控制策略里面，降低病毒的这个感染量的这一个角度，我们可以考虑做的东西，还有这个所谓的第一个是所谓的批次生产。
So farms that are less than 2,500 sows, we normally farrow only once every 4 weeks.
美国如果在母猪场规模在2500头型以下的，它基本上大概就是每4周才做一次的离乳。
To create batches of pigs for the grow finish system.
然后再把这一个离乳的仔猪送到后续的这个所谓的这个保育跟所谓的生长肥育的这个阶段。
I've worked with 2 systems in the last month where they have between 20 and 30,000 sows. And they're converting all of their 2,500 sow farms to batch farrowing now.
他上个月跟2个农场有这个合作那他的经验，这2个农场规模大概是在2500头型母猪的，那基本上他们都把他们的生产系统整个改成所谓的批次生产。
The good part about batch farrowing is it works for all diseases.
这个好处就是说，它基本上可以排除掉很多的疾病的这个传染。
We also talk a lot about unidirectional flow of pigs, and that means if a pig's not growing, he doesn't get held back and put in with the next batch. He moves with his mates and either goes to town or is euthanized, but he doesn't stay on the farm if he doesn't keep up. The batch stays together from weaning forward.
所谓的单向式生产系统是另一个可以考虑的。那简单来讲，就是说，如果这只猪从离乳之后，它的生长速度追不上它同时离乳的这一些仔猪，基本上这只猪就不停留在这个阶段，一样在这些猪是送出去这个单位的时候，同时就把它送出去，不再留在农场里面，留在这个系统里面。
Other speakers have talked about this today, but how do we handle the trucks and where have they been, and do we wash our hands and change our boots before we come back? But these are really the big ones. Can I figure out how to batch, and can I get to unidirectional flow, and that'll really help minimize the load.
那当然人员的这个动线管理，然后一些卡车的动线管理，还有很多早上专家讲过的一些生物安全的一些措施，也都很重要。但他还是要强调上面那2项，批次生产还有这个所谓的单向式生产，是可能更值得大家去注意的。
Even if I can't do this, this still has value, and even if I can't do both of these, this has value.
如果我做不到上面那2项的话，基本上底下那3项的产生的效果应该就不是那么的明显。那如果上面那2项都很确定的确实做到的时候，底下这3个动作的效果就可以观察得到。
So the other half is about maximizing immunity, and that really starts with, are we giving them good care? So they need good food, good water, and a good barn to live in.
另外第2个角度就是说，我们要让猪只的免疫系统，让免疫力达到最好的一个程度。那第一个要注意就是说，它的饮水，还有它的所谓饲料，还有所谓的猪舍的一个舒适度跟一个所谓的干燥，非常的重要。
We vaccinate growing pigs in the United States, and our decision if we're going to vaccinate those pigs or not, is there a 50% chance that they get exposed to the virus? I believe in Taiwan the answer would be all your pigs have a 50% chance of being exposed to the virus, because there are very few regions in the United States that we don't meet this criteria today.
那在美国哈，我们如果把母猪群管理做好之后，它生产出来的仔猪是阴性的，在我们就要考虑肉猪群要不要做疫苗。那肉猪群要不要做疫苗？蓝耳病疫苗基本上在美国评估的一个标准就是这个肉猪群在生长的过程里面，到上市之前，暴露在蓝耳病野外病毒的这个几率有没有高于50%？那早上我们有一些讨论，他理解到我们台湾的现况，他刚刚也讲了，台湾的情况应该100%的猪场应该都有高于50%的几率，因为在美国低于50%几率的猪场的比例其实相当的少，在美国。那在台湾，他知道我们是非常高密度的饲养的环境，所以他认为在台湾大概100%的猪只都暴露在这个50%以上的风险里面，所以是需要免疫的。
The other thing we try to do is that because we're monitoring pigs at weaning, we want most of the pigs, most but not all of the pigs, need to be PRRS negative at weaning before we'll start vaccinating.
第二个标准第一个就是暴露在野外病毒的几率高于50%。第二个标准就是说，在离乳的时候，我们把5只仔猪的这个血清混合在一起去做 PCR 检测。我们总共检测了6个样品，所以总共是30只离乳仔猪。如果有超过5个大于等于5是阴性的话，表示你的母猪群已经相当的稳定。这个时候他们就会开始做仔猪的蓝耳病的疫苗接种。所以2个标准一个是暴露的几率50% 以上，第二个是你的母猪群已经稳定了。在这2个标准底下，我就开始做仔猪。
Over the last year, for every $1 we've spent on PRRS vaccine, we've made about 6.
他的经验里面，他们每投资1块钱在蓝耳病的控制上，在蓝耳病疫苗上，他们可以对等的回收$6块的经济效益，所以是1比6的这个投资报酬率。
So I want to remind you of this again. These 2 states are not viable. We've got to get down here. We've talked about how to get here to this nice, healthy, immune state where the pigs aren't likely to get reinfected.
所以我们再回到刚刚我们讲的这一个图我们的农场里面，我们绝对不会做事。我们的农场是在第1级或是在2A 这个情况底下，因为它造成我们很明显的死亡，或是造成很大的经济损失。我们的所有动作都希望把我们农场弄到2B 这一个等级，就是至少是使用疫苗的稳定场至少是在这个情况底下。
It's about a balanced program. We want to really try to control these routes of transmission in the breeding herd so that we have better pigs at weaning to raise where we really make our money.
所以还是回到我们刚刚讲那个点最重要的点就是在平衡我发现西方人他们讲的东西跟我们的所谓的中庸有点像过于不及，要达到一个平衡是最重要的，那就是我们所谓的病毒量降到最低，免疫力拉到最高。
I wanted to spend a second talking about how we typically vaccinate animals in the United States. We tend not to vaccinate a lot, but we try to be very strategic in our vaccination. So we typically will vaccinate gilts pre-breeding with 2 doses of parvovirus vaccine and 2 doses of PRRS. They get some mycoplasma and some PCV2. This is really convenient because we'll use the 3-flex product to give the PRRS and the myco. And then we'll come in with, or the PRRS, the Circo, and the myco together. And then we'll give PLE vaccine separately.
所以我们现在就很实际来介绍一下美国这个所谓在蓝耳病控制稳定它已经是一个稳定的前提底下的猪场，它的这个所谓厂里面的防疫计划那基本上在配种前的新母猪，他们会做2剂疫苗间隔4周那第一个就是我们讲的这个小病毒、钩端螺旋体的，还有单独的这一个多价疫苗，然后再就是说所谓的这个蓝耳病的减毒疫苗，然后配合这个梅浆菌还有环状病毒。那他们的经验里面，其实基本上用所谓的百人家公司的这个 3-flex， 就把3剂混合在一起去做这个使用。他们觉得这一个的效益跟安全性，还有这个所谓的便利性都是非常的好。
You'll see we tend to give as many vaccines as we can early in gestation so that we're not intentionally dragging virus around with a needle after day 56. So our parvovirus vaccines go in very early in pregnant animals.
然后在母猪的话，在配种后，他们就会做这个防疫计划，包括小病毒，我们刚刚讲的那个在亲猪做过的这个部分，他们会做，然后还有包括大肠杆菌，那他们会在配种后的怀孕早期去做这个疫苗。
And then the other thing we tend to do with pigs is that we will give PERS, mycoplasma, and PCV2 at the time of weaning.
在肉猪群的话，他们基本上最常看到一个控制模式，就是在离乳的时候，把蓝耳病、梅浆菌还有环状病毒疫苗，这同时做施打。
So a majority of the pigs that I work with and all the pigs that I own that go into high-risk neighborhoods would be vaccinated with free flex at the time of weaning because of convenience, safety, and labor because it's very easy.
那他有辅导或是有跟他合作的猪场，大部分目前最常用的就是百家公司这个所谓的3合1的这个 free flex 的疫苗。那基本上他们认为它的安全性、它的便利性，还有它对这个因为美国人工非常的贵，所以他们对这个劳力的支出的成本相对来讲都是比较好的一个效益。
You'll notice we do not have swine fever, we do not have foot and mouth disease, and we don't have pseudorabies anymore. So we're pretty lucky in that standpoint.
他说美国他们很幸运的，因为他们没有猪瘟、没有口蹄疫、没有这个所谓的伪狂犬病假性狂犬病，所以基本上他们认为他们是比较幸运的，不用做那么多的疫苗。
So I want to go over this one more time because we've talked about this, but this has been a really critical learning point for us. What do we do in unstable PERS herds? And this is where we've improved the process in the last 2 years.
他现在要分享的这个，就是说他还是要讲说，他再强调这一个东西一次是为什么？因为他认为我们今天在这边听了这么多东西，要学习到的东西里面，他认为这个是非常重要的。那这个免疫的这一个经验，在所谓的蓝耳病爆发或是不稳定的猪场的这个免疫的经验，是他们在过去的2-3年来学习到的一个很好的一个经验，分享给我们。
So we mass vaccinate everyone on the site. So if you have a single site farm that has growing pigs on the same site with the breeding herd, every animal gets vaccinated twice.
他再强调一次，就是猪场里面的所有猪只，如果是像台湾的生产模式是属于一贯场的话，你的母猪、公猪还有你的仔猪跟肉猪，同时要施打2剂的蓝耳病的这个减毒疫苗，然后间隔是1个月。这个在爆发不稳定场，他的建议是这样做。
In very dense regions, we try to vaccinate all the farms in the same region in the same week.
那在美国，他们还有一个更产业更凝聚的一个做法，就是说在同一个区域的猪场，大家有共识，要同时把蓝耳病的这个疾病控制好。他们会在同一个礼拜里面，把这个区域里面的所有猪只去施打。全部的猪只施打蓝耳病的这个减毒疫苗，在同一个礼拜里面。
There are 2 regions in the U.S. now where we've basically eliminated field virus by using that strategy.
那在美国目前已经有2个区域，用刚刚上述的这一种整个区域在1个礼拜里面同时全部的猪只接种的这个方式，成功的把蓝耳病病毒，我们讲可以把它消灭掉。把它排除掉，在2个区域已经成功了。
And even when a new virus has been introduced, they've been able to push it out fairly quickly.
那这个免疫如果是持续在做的话，即使有外面的病毒感染进来的话，在这整个区域里面的猪只的免疫的情况，可以很简单的就把这个野外毒消灭排除掉。
I'm going to summarize very quickly, but if PERS still cost us more money than all the other diseases combined in the United States. So we can talk about PED and the impacts that's had, but PED is a minor disease issue compared to PERS.
他说他最后还是要强调在美国蓝耳病这个疾病单一疾病造成整个养猪产业的损失，他说是比其他所有的疾病加在一起还要大。他知道大家的聚焦在所谓的这个所谓的下痢，这个流行性下痢 PD 的这个问题，但是他们美国经验，因为美国也经历了 PD 的爆发，也造成很多的损失，但他们的认知跟他们经验告诉他们 ，PD 的损失跟蓝耳病比起来是很微乎其微的损失，跟蓝耳病比起来，他还是要强调蓝耳病控制的重要性。
So to control PERS, you have to have a lot of focus, and you have to work at it hard.
所以要做好蓝耳病的控制，你要有很多很多的聚焦跟思维。另外一个角度，他说你要从你的心里面，去告诉自己做这个东西是对我是好的，要从心里面想要做好它的控制。
If you don't, and we've learned this lesson the hard way, I tell all my clients, can't tell you what to do, but I can probably tell you what not to do because we've probably made the mistake. But if you're not all in on this PRRS control, eventually the farm burns back down with PRRS again.
他最后讲这个东西非常沉重，就是他常常跟他客户沟通一个观念，就是说，或许我没有办法很明确的告诉你做什么东西就不会有蓝耳病的损失，但是我可以很明确的告诉你，你不做什么，你就会因为蓝耳病造成你的重大损失，就像这一个所谓的森林大火一样。
Thank you very much.